Hello, the students of Standard 9. This is Anindya Roy, and today we are going to start Physics Chapter 1, Measurements and Experimentation. So let's begin. So first of all, whenever we are talking about measurement, we need to know that to measure each and everything, we need a particular unit. So first, let's understand what is a unit. So for the measurement of a physical quantity, we consider a constant quantity of same nature as a standard, and then we compare the given quantity with the standard quantity. To make it clear, let's try to understand it in this way, that we find the number which expresses how many times the standard quantity is contained in the given physical quantity. That means, I'll explain this with an example. You can see here, suppose we are finding out the length of a flagpole, and let's assume that the length of the flagpole is 12 meter. So this is the quantity that we need to find out the length for, and this is our standard quantity. Standard quantity of length, we all know that it is 1 meter. Now if the length of the flagpole is 12 meter, that means it is 12 times 1 meter, means 12 times multiplied to the known quantity, and therefore we get the measurement. Okay, so let's proceed. So the standard quantity used to measure the given physical quantity is called the unit. Once again, the standard quantity which is used to measure the given physical quantity is called its unit. For example, here that we have seen that 12 meter was the length of the flagpole, so meter is the unit of that. Okay, now so we must know that what are the things on which a unit depends. So over here you can see that the unit depends upon the quantity which is being measured and the numerical value. So here the example which I have shown you, that 12 is the numerical value and this is the unit. So along with, we are getting 12 meter to understand the length of the flagpole is 12 meter. If I will say only 12, you can get confused that it is 12 liter or 12 kg or what. But when I am writing 12 meter, it is more clear to you that yes, it is the length of the flagpole. Giving some more examples as it is given in your book, let's see this. If the length of a piece of cloth is 10 meter, it means that the length is measured in the unit meter, and this unit is contained 10 times in the length of the piece of cloth. So what do we mean by this? The length of the piece of cloth is 10 meter. So let's understand it over here. The length of the piece of cloth is 10 meter. That means it is 10 times 1 meter. That means whatever the length of 1 meter is, the length of the cloth is 10 times this length. Is it clear? Alright. Now since we are studying about units, some important points are there that we must keep in mind. First of all, the unit should be of convenient size. That means, what do you mean by convenient size? Convenient size means, let me explain to you. Suppose if I will tell you to find out the length of a flagpole, then it is quite clear that we will use a unit of meter and not centimeter. Is it clear? Because to measure larger lengths we need larger units. suppose if I will tell you to find out the distance between two cities, will you use centimeter or will you use meter? You will not use both of them. We will use kilometer, which is a much bigger unit by which we can measure the distance between two cities. Okay, but if I will tell you to find out the length of a pencil, then what you will do? Then you will use the unit of centimeter, because a pencil is a very small measurement. So that is why we will use a smaller unit. If the length to be measured is bigger, we will use a bigger unit. Okay. Then next point is, it should not be misunderstood. Means it should be possible to define the unit without ambiguity. Ambiguity means misunderstanding. Means by the unit it should be clear to you that it is the unit of length, or it is the unit of mass, or it is the unit of volume or area or anything. It should be clear by the unit that you will define, that what quantity is being measured. Next is, it should be reproducible. Now what do you mean by reproducible? Reproducible means, suppose we have a length of 1 meter. Now this we can write as 100 centimeter also. That means whatever unit we will select, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. That means whatever unit we will select, that should be interchangeable to other forms of unit of the same physical quantity. This is also the unit of length and this is also the unit of length, but this has been reproduced into 100 centimeter. Okay. Now next point is, it should not change. Now if the length of a pencil, suppose if the length of a pencil is 20 centimeter, then whether on earth or on space or irrespective to any space or time, the length of the pencil should be 20 centimeter only. It will not become 20 kg or it will not become 20 liter anywhere. If the quantity is of length, it will always remain of length. So what are the 4 choice of units? The size should be convenient. There should be no ambiguity or no misunderstanding. It should be reproducible into different forms of units, and it should not change with space and time.